What's happening, guys, and welcome back to Celebrity Overdose. Many people think Kendall Jenner is the least troublesome of the Kardashian-Jenner sisters. In contrast, others, including some of her friends, claim that those who say Kendall is uncontroversial don't actually know her. Is Kendall as wicked as the rest of her sisters? If so, let's check out why Kendall Jenner got exposed for being the fakest sister. But before we get started, be sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can always be updated about our latest videos going forward. Number 7, the fight continues. He adds, "You've been a nasty person for years. When you feel like it, you're a nasty person who gets worked up for no reason. I'm about to tell you the reality of your current situation. You're not making excuses for anything. You don't even know who I am," Kendall exclaims, surprised. "Just because I don't speak to you doesn't imply I'm being impolite. I just don't bother you. The fact that I have yet to get an apology." Corey, "He's simply not right on his circumstances," she confesses, "and I prefer him just to accept it, say sorry, and man up. However, if it doesn't happen, we'll just be traveling in circles." When they finally hang up, Chris is much more caught in the middle than before. Chris says, "I'm still incredibly upset about what occurred. I feel terrible for Kendall because she's in such a foul mood. I don't appreciate being pitted against my daughters and Corey. It's simply a little unsettling." Kendall-Khloe unfolded a few days later. "I was like, you know what? I'm done with this talk," she adds. "I know I deserve an apology and he hasn't offered it to me. I'm finished." Kendall says she's not shocked she hasn't heard from Kylie because Corey is only half of the story. She says, "Honestly, I didn't expect anything less. It's simply that I haven't heard from Kylie in a week, which is a slap in the face." She says, "I kind of want her to grow up and recognize what occurred was terrible and that I do deserve that phone call." Even Khloe is astonished that the two haven't reconciled. "This is huge for Kendall and Kylie," she continues. "It's been a long time since I've seen them fight like this. I'm hoping this will be settled soon, but they both seem determined about their positions right now. It looks like they were able to make amends." Kendall and Kylie laughed about the incident on Twitter during the episode that aired that week. The exposing goes a long way, showing just how fake Kendall Jenner can be. Number 6, covering for Vogue India. Vogue India has spoken out about the controversy over its May 2017 cover, which featured Kendall Jenner. Several people have been outraged since the cover was released last week, accusing the publication of picking a non-Indian model to lead the magazine. Mario Testino guest edited, creative directed, and shot the May issue, which was thought to be a celebration of the brand's 10th anniversary. Despite the fact that the internet has nearly burst with critics who claim Vogue should have highlighted an Indian woman instead of Kendall, the magazine has failed to respond. Let's speak about our May 2017 cover with Kendall Jenner, Vogue India said on Instagram, addressing the topic head-on. Vogue not only defended their decision, but they also backed their brand, their culture, and even Kendall Jenner as a person. Kendall Jenner has yet to make an official remark on the matter. Number 5, the ex-friend exposing Kendall Jenner. During a family trip to Palm Springs in a 2020 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the sisters got into a heated argument. Things turned aggressive when Kylie refused to let the driver drop Kendall off at her house after Kendall, Kylie, and Corey found themselves in the same car at the conclusion of a night out. Corey was accused of swearing at Kendall during the brawl. The family deals with the aftermath of the brawl on the following Thursday's episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It becomes evident that none of the persons involved wants to take responsibility for the event. While speaking with Kim, Kourtney, and Khloe Kardashian, Khloe stated that Corey's involvement in the dispute simply complicates the problem. "I believe there was a lot of misunderstanding," she continues. "I'm sorry because we're both unhappy and things have just gotten out of hand." Kendall, 24, tries to make amends with Corey, who wants to give her NBA tickets as a make-nice gesture before calling her sister. However, when she phones him back, anticipating an apology, she is taken aback by the tone of the discussion. She tells Corey, "I feel like you were the adult in this scenario and you handled it very horribly." Kendall accuses Corey of yelling and cursing her again as he attempts to explain that what transpired was between her and Kylie. Kendall says, "You're 100% in the battle. To my face, you said, 'Screw you.' You're not even allowed to say, 'I'm sorry.'" In a candid interview, she says, "Of course, Corey is going to try and divert from saying 'screw you' to me by putting it all on mine and Kylie. He doesn't want to have a strained relationship with my mother." However, when Corey exposes Kendall, labeling her rude as well as an idiot, things get heated. The exposing goes a long way, showing just how fake Kendall Jenner can be. Number 4, cheating her way to becoming a supermodel. Everyone has a dream of becoming something when they grow up. The great majority of us don't get where we are simply by saying that we want to achieve something, but Kendall Jenner was fortunate enough to have her sister Kim Kardashian help her out with the task. The furious young models who had devoted so much of their life to getting their identities recognized, only a handful of them will be featured on the covers of Vogue India. Number 3, totally disrespecting the 2014 VMAs' minute of silence for Mike Brown. You would think that a pair of sisters who borrow so much of their appearance, style, and t-shirt concepts from African Americans would at least pay attention during a minute of silence for a killed black teenager. Rappers and other celebrities such as Snoop Dogg and Common lowered their heads in honor of the death of Mike Brown during the award show's minute of silence, noting the significance and unfairness. In the meantime, the Jenners were on their phones. The three appeared bored, texting, checking social media, and otherwise conversing amongst themselves, whereas the rest of the crowd remained silent. Number 2, her ill-advised t-shirt collaboration with Kylie Jenner. Kendall and Kylie felt it would be a great idea to sell t-shirts in the style of vintage band tees, but with their Instagram photographs printed on top to raise the price to roughly $110 above the retail value of $125. The families of Biggie Smalls and the cameraman who photographed Tupac in the image that's now mixed with Kylie Jenner's Instagram shot were understandably offended by this. Biggie Smalls' mother, Violetta Wallace, turned to Instagram to actually call them out. She claimed she had no clue why they thought they could profit from Tupac and Christopher Wallace's deaths by selling a t-shirt. Strangely, they didn't utilize any living rappers who could call them out on their moves. Number 1, the Pepsi commercial. Several seasons have passed and the situation has not improved. The longer you watch it, the worse it becomes. The ad, which was uploaded on YouTube, features gorgeous young individuals carrying bland placards that say things like "join the conversation." The demonstrators are all happy, laughing, applauding, embracing, and high-fiving one another. A police officer takes a can of Pepsi from Kendall Jenner, a white lady, in the ad's climax scenario, prompting boisterous applause from the demonstrators and an appreciative grin from the cop. It was the polar antithesis of their actual experience opposing police violence, according to the contemporary activists. Following the ad's release, social media users slammed Pepsi for copying visuals from real protests to promote its product while downplaying the dangers protesters face and the discontent they feel. It's all so horrible, and that's before we get to the ultimate worst scene, the Pepsi handover. It has permanently altered our perceptions of Pepsi. It's no longer just a soft drink, it's the key to world peace. People will always have differing opinions on the Kardashian-Jenner clan. Kendall, however, is one of the few ones who wasn't really questioned until now. Still, as an aftermath of the recent exposures, she might just be the worst of the lot. Let me know in the comments below whether you guys think that Kendall Jenner deserves all this backlash, and while you're doing that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you'll never miss another video from our channel in the future. And if you want more, then you can click on any one of the 2 videos on your screen. So until next time, take care and goodbye.